Hello everyone, I'm here with a new process video today. I'm doing 6x8 pocket page layouts, and these are more photos from my time in Vienna, Austria. These photos are particular to the Vienna Opera House, and I have everything picked out, I think. So I have this photo that will go in the upper left. I wanted to use this for sure because the paper actually says Austria, and it has the symbol of Austria here, which is fantastic. I have this photo, which they just had some kind of mannequins dressed up when we were there. I'm not sure what that was for, if they do it all the time or not. I don't know, but I thought it was cool. And then I added this phrase, love this moment. I added that as a digital stamp before I printed it. So that's not stamping, that was put on digitally. And then I have this picture of the beautifully ornate floor in one area that I liked. And then this is the bigger problem on this side. I know I want to use this card because I have some journaling that I want to do about some of the historical information that we were told on the tour. But I have these three photos that need to go in the upper pocket here on the right side. And I'm not sure what order I should put them in really, because they all have different things that would work. With this one, I mean, come on. I just love the image. It's fantastic. The photo turned out even better than I anticipated. I want to be able to showcase that. But the problem is, it's got a lot of orange tones in it as opposed to this red. Now, if you look closely at this photo, this has some orange tones in it as well, not just red. So I'm wondering if I can get away with it if I leave it on this side. Not sure. Then I have this photo, which is fantastic. It's looking out from the main stage area. There is red here, so it definitely matches. But I don't know if it's as dynamic as this photo. You know, I really want something that's going to get the attention of the person who's looking at this. And I just don't know that this is the right one. Then I have this, which is a combination of both. Here's that thing that you see, you know, at the back of the stage, which is fantastic. Then here you see the side of the theater, a little bit of red. So it's kind of a combo of the other two. So I'm just not sure in what order I'm going to put those to make it pop. So I think the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to use my silver metallic pen here and just do some outlining on parts of this so that it gives it some sparkle. Now, most of what you see here is gold, not silver, but I think it's okay because I do have this pattern in the glass here, and it's got more of a white or silver showing through, which will help. So I'm just going to try it. If I don't like it a lot, it's not a huge deal. I do have another piece of this where I could cut that out again, but I'm going to try it and just see what I think. I did add the pen here, and I'm not sure how well the camera will show this. If you can see it at all, there you go. There's a little bit there. I did around the head, so hopefully you can see it as I turn, that it's sparkly. So it's harder to see it on camera, but somebody who's flipping through these pages would definitely see that I added that. So I like it, and I'm going to keep it. I do think, though, the card's a little blank up here. This spot is supposed to be, you know, the outline of Austria, but that may not be obvious to everyone. So I think what I'm going to do is probably put a phrase up here or stamp something. So on this card, I've picked out a phrase here that I want to use, and I like it not only for what it says, but the fact that there's a little gold in there as well. It's that yellowy gold color, so it works with the talons here. It works with a lot of the different gold elements I have, and even if I were to switch out to using this photo or this one, I think it would still be okay because there's enough of that yellowy gold imagery in there that it would make it work. It would still look cohesive. So I'm going to go with that. So now I will just attach it and move on to the next step. So I think I've decided I am going to leave this picture on top just because it gives the most visual impact. So I don't really want to change it. But what I think I'm going to do is on this card, I think I'm going to color in this outer circle red so that when these sit in the layout, they're opposite each other, and it brings some red into this side of the page. All right, I colored this in. It isn't perfect. I went a little outside the lines in a couple places, but that's okay. I was using a brush marker, and that's not the easiest to control. So this is the marker that I used. It's from Stampin' Up. It's the real red. I've had it forever, so it's what I had available, and I used it. Then the other thing that I'm thinking about is for over here on this side, either right on top of this area or even over here and overlapping a little bit, is using one of these or more of these red stars. I got these from an office supply place online. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they're just little foam stars, but they are perfect for scrapbooking and they were cheap. A couple dollars, I think. And because I'm trying to work in that red and make it a little bit more blingy, I think these are the perfect match. For this card, I think I'm going to go with the largest size, which is this one here. And I think I'm just going to like overlap like that. So it's at a somewhat jaunty angle, not perfectly centered. I like that. Yes, I love it. I love the sparkle. And then I could work in a visual triangle. I could put one over here somewhere maybe. Put a tiny one up here to add more bling to this card. I could also put one in this corner actually if I wanted to bring in more red. Let's take a look at the sizes here. I've got the mid-sized one there and the teeny one. Maybe the smallest one here just in the upper corner and then the medium-sized one over here somewhere. I will play around with that. Okay, I decided to add the little one up here and the medium-sized one over here, and I'm liking it. I still feel like I might need something else just to liven this up, but I'm not sure what that is. So I'm going to go off camera for a little bit and see if I can figure out, does it need something else or is it done? I've decided to do a little bit more coloring on this card. Because I brought in these red elements, I figured I might as well bring in some of the brown as well. Because you definitely see it in this photo. It's here as well, kind of in the background here, as well as here, like in the ceiling elements. So I might as well bring that in. So I'm going to use this marker. This is also a Stampin' Up! One. And this one is called Close to Cocoa. So here is this card. I did the coloring there, which I love. I really think the color helps. I also added in a little bit of sparkle there. Hopefully you can catch that on the camera. And what's interesting about this is normally when I have cards like this, I will leave them black and white because black tends to match pretty much everything and it will go with my design. But here I do think the color really helps to make it more cohesive. So I'm glad I chose to do that. I think this is probably it though for this layout. I don't think I want to add anything else. So I'm just going to put, if it'll cooperate here, I'm going to put everything back in the page protector, get it all together, and then once I see it in there, I'll know. I'll know if it's enough or if I need to add something else. So I have all of this in the page protector except up here because I forgot I have 3 photos. I have to put a photo flip on here. So this one I'm not going to do anything else to. This one I probably won't either just because of how intricate it is. I may add something up here in the corner just because there's some dead space there. So I've decided to add this phrase, but I don't want the big city part. I just want the bright lights. So I've already adhered it and now I'm going to cut off the excess. And yes, perfect. I am happy with that. All right, I've put this one in the page protector. I've got the flip ready the way that I want it. So all I have to do is take off the backing and then attach it where I want it. So I'm just going to line it up to the best match that I can get. It's about there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now it does cover up a hole. So what I do to get the hole undone is I just take my Crop-A-Dile and I punch that out and then it's totally fine, good to go. So I think this one is done. Here's a close-up of the left-hand side. There we go. Close-up of the right-hand side and then the flip. So I am very happy with it. And here's another one done for Vienna. Thanks for watching, everyone.